Alone in the city of Pittsburgh, there are over 20,000 vacant lots, which, is about 15% of the city's land mass.
These houses were all burnt down. The two lots over here, we happen to be in a flood zone right here. These houses were flooded. The properties were purchased by FEMA. They were demolished.
And I think that's why you see so much of the disinvestment is that the people in those communities have been left behind.
We have less than half of the residents that we did before the steel mill closing, so we're no stranger to that response to challenges.
And what we're trying to do is make sure that that doesn't happen any longer.
GTECH works at the intersection of three important areas: land use, the green economy, and alternative energy. We work in about 30 different communities this year, working on over 100 different sites. We've created over 150 education, training, and employment opportunities in the last 2 years.
We were reached out to by the Mount Washington Community Development Corporation, and they were very interested in not only doing a trail construction project, but also doing one that provided job opportunities for underserved young adults in the Pittsburgh region.
And by working with young men that have been in a number of training programs, some of which have come out of the prison system, and provide for them a very meaningful and relevant experience that provides them exposure to the green industry at large.
I've done outdoor work before, nothing like this. I mean, this is a mountain. And I mean, it's hot and the work is hard, but it's rewarding. It's teaching me a lot of stuff that I just didn't know.
In a lot of places, we are directly brought in by community partners. In a lot of cases, we're contracted by landowners, which are community development corporations or public agencies.
One of the strategies that we use is to grow sunflowers. It helps reduce blight because they're beautiful, and then we use the seeds as a biofuel feedstock. For us, it's about building community capacity. It's not just about growing the sunflowers and then leaving that community.
Refuel is a waste oil collection service. Before our program sort of came along in Pittsburgh, a lot of that was being wasted. Put back in the cube and thrown in the dumpster.
There has to be more alternatives, and there has to be the idea that the things that we are wasting have value, and how are we going to reuse them to help rebuild our cities. Larmer in 2008 was a 3/4 acre sunflower field that in 2009 became a 20-bed community garden.
The community has this new fire brewing inside of it. People want to fix up their homes. They want to see these vacant lots being taken care of. They want to take care of the community.
I bring my 6-week-old down here, and then we have people who are like 80 years old down here gardening. And so it's cross-generational. It's just a really neat experience that pulls everybody together. GTECH is really setting things in motion, and it's empowering the community. It's a model that works everywhere.
These aren't our neighborhoods. The people that live there have to be involved and have to be able to actually benefit from the things that are happening in their community.
By addressing land use, by connecting people to opportunities, and by cultivating new sources of value, we've blended almost unlikely ingredients, putting into action really visible, bold things like sunflowers bursting from what used to be an abandoned building is an important way of not just demonstrating what can be done, but actually starting to rebuild local economies from the ground up. I mean, it's literally at the ground level.